Is back. He has 32 of his 34 wins by knockout, and despite his loss to Danny Garcia last September, he remains one of the most feared opponents in the fight game. Tonight, Matthysse faces off with John Molina, but his eyes are set on a bigger prize.
Lucas Matthysse has rapidly become must-see TV due to his ferocious power. Matthysse fires off the right hand. Jose goes down. Matthysse already knocked him down and out. Oh, and down goes Peterson on the counter. Matthysse with his 32nd knockout win in 34 victories. He's ready for the best in the division, Danny Garcia.
Take a look at this. This is for the weigh-in. Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. And on the undercard, Danny Garcia versus Lucas Matthysse.
The unified 140-pound championship up for grabs. Matthysse now looking for that shot, but it's the combination punching of the champion Garcia. And again, it's swollen shut, that right eye. Garcia has Matthysse down for the first time in his career. What a flurry here to finish things off. Garcia improving to 27-0. Lucas Matthysse falls short in his quest to win a world championship.
Yo soñaba ser campeón del mundo y nada más. A mí me quiero demostrar a ver qué puedo dar, a dónde puedo llegar. Y aprendí que tengo que venir con otra mentalidad, a trabajar más duro. Sí, a veces perder te hace más fuerte, te enseña mucho más que por ahí ganar, ¿no? La verdad que sí, es verdad eso.
Well, there's an exciting sight in the ring. Lucas Matthysse, you have to remember the early going against Danny Garcia, as I mentioned at the top of our telecast. Garcia, an excellent boxer puncher, really had to stay away and survive the early rounds against this murderous puncher. Matthysse now back after Garcia bested him in the ring. It was a very close competitive fight. The machine is now back. Matthysse versus John Molina. Let's go back ringside. Morrow, Al, and Daniel.
All right, BK, Matthysse desperately wants a rematch with Danny Garcia, but he is completely focused on the task at hand, and he says that John Molina is the kind of fighter he respects and always wants to compete against because he knows that together they're going to give the fans the kind of show they want. And for the gladiator John Molina, he expected to face Adrian Broner next week, but Broner went for a different Molina, and here's a guy that so believes in his power that he will stick with his plan until the bitter end, even if it means sinking to the bottom mathematically. Like the late great Arturo Gatti and Matthysse and Muhammad, he can dig himself out of the deepest holes with one single punch. Let's go to the tail of the tape for this 140-pound affair.
So even though Molina's coming up from 135, he thinks it's a misnomer to suggest he's physically not up to the task. His height and reach is, of course, an edge against Matthysse, and he hopes to utilize that even though he is not a fancy boxer.
Well, fans, from the Stub Hub Center here in Carson, California, we present our next special attraction. Once again, brought to you by Golden Boy Promotions and Showtime. Sponsored by Corona, La Cerveza Más Fina, AT&T, Rethink Possible, and Casamigos Tequila. Brought to you by those who drink it. This bout is also presented in conjunction with Goose and Tudor Promotions and Arano Box Promotions. It is sanctioned by the WBC, the supervisor, Sammy Macias. Introducing our three judges, scoring this bout from ringside. From West Covina, California, Raul Cais Sr. From Villa Park, California, Max DeLuca. And from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Chris Tellez. Introducing our referee in charge, our third man in the ring, Pat Russell. All right, fans, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Continental America's Super Lightweight Championship. Introducing you first on my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black, white, and green trunks, hailing from Covina, California. He weighed in at 139 1/4 pounds with a record of 27 wins, 3 losses. He has 22 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former world title challenger, currently ranked the IBF number 11 lightweight contender, Introducing John, the Gladiator Molina Jr. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with light blue trim, hailing from and representing Trelew, Chubut, Argentina. He weighed in at the super lightweight limit of 140 pounds even. He holds a record of 34 wins, 3 losses, 1 no decision, with 32 big wins coming by way of knockout. Currently ranked the WBC #3 contender, #2 in the world by the WBO. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former WBC interim super lightweight champion known as the Machine. Introducing Lucas Martin, La Máquina Matthysse. Once again, a referee in charge. Now to give instructions, Pat Russell.
Let's clear him out. Chief second, 1 boxer. Here we go. Okay, there's the line right there. And there's the line right there. 12 rounds, championship, touch him up, come out at the belt. Winner Swiftler, good luck.
Veteran referee Pat Russell will oversee this 140-pound affair as Lucas Matthysse looking to bounce back from the loss to Danny Garcia. We heard from his compatriot Marcos Maidana wishing him luck. They faced each other in the amateurs, and Matthysse, who's a tattoo artist, actually gave Maidana's first tattoo. John Molina is hoping that he will not be tattooed by Matthysse tonight. Round 1 is underway.
My old broadcast partner Sal Marciano used to say, don't go to the refrigerator. Well, this is a fight in which you do not want to go to the refrigerator because there may be lots of fireworks early.
Molina fighting for the second time at 140 pounds after moving up in his last fight and recording a second-round TKO in a stay busy affair. In his lone championship quest, lost in just 44 seconds to Antonio DeMarco in the fastest KO in lightweight championship history, but he feels he's brought his power up to 140, Al, as he just got touched with a right hand.
Yeah, and that fight against DeMarco is unfortunately what is etched in the minds of many folks, but he was a great knockout puncher. Molina is a lightweight as well. We'll see if he can handle the rights like the ones he just took from Matthysse, and can he hurt Matthysse?
Yeah, that's the one question that I want answered. Can he hurt Matthysse? He's coming up in weight, so he's a big puncher as well. He's not the biggest puncher.
Matthysse, go ahead, Daniel, finish your thought.
Lucas is a bigger puncher, stronger puncher, but my thing is, if he can take a punch, well, I know for sure he'll be able to give it, so it'll be interesting to see how it all unfolds.
28 of Matthyse's 32 knockouts have occurred inside 4 rounds. 20 of Molina's 22 knockouts have occurred within 5 rounds. So, again, things could happen in a hurry in this one.
Now, Molina has the advantage. Coming up, you would think he would be the smaller guy, but it seems as if he's the bigger. Obviously, we know he has a longer reach, and he looks to be stronger.
Well, we'll see. The stronger part we don't know yet because we don't know how he's going to take Matthyse's punches and whether he will hurt him. But physically, he's up to being a 140-pounder. There's no question about that.
Physically, he looks it all the way.
He does.
And now guys are at that filling out process. Oh, good right hand.
And Molina backs up Matthysse, tags him with the right hand. Matthysse along the ropes. Molina going in and stepping back like the veteran that he is. Catches him with a right cross, misses with that right. Matthysse comes back with a left hook.
Molina's right, has power, and he showed it early. But Matthyse's landed several good left hooks.
And Matthyse's legs look okay after taking that shot. Coming up on 30 seconds. Nice right hand to the body, followed by the left to the upper torso by Matthysse.
Good right hand to the head of Matthysse.
Matthysse now has Molina momentarily on the ropes.
Now go.
Final 15 seconds to this 140-pound contest as Matthysse clips Molina's jaw with a right hand. Fistic fireworks, the order of the night between Molina Molina and Matthysse as we head to round number 2.
Let me get the water. Let me get the water. How are you feeling? Are you okay? Did you hurt your hand? Come on. Let's try to recoup here. You need to box him, okay?
Well, an intriguing first round to say the least. First, later in the round, there was actually this Molina right hand that stunned Lucas Matthysse, and yet another one by Molina. And so Lucas Matthysse tasting the power of Molina. We said Molina had been a big right-handed puncher during his lightweight days, but Lucas Matthysse using the hook to the body and the right hand later in the round to knock Molina backwards.
Round 2 underway, and following the loss to Garcia, Matthysse made some changes to his camp, adding former 3-time WBA super lightweight champion Juan Martin Koji, one of the best boxers to come out of Argentina. And Molina, of course, trained by veteran Joe Goosen.
Matthysse swinging wild. You can see he's having a hard time catching Molina with the size advantage.
Right hand to the body by Matthysse.
Now Matthysse, I think, doing the right thing going to the body though, and the way he set up that right hand before was by going to the body first.
Overhand right by Molina. Molina with a flair for the dramatics, as we have touched upon in my lone appearance on Showbox with Mr. Boxopedia, Steve Farhad and Raul Marquez, losing every round to Mickey Bay, and in the final minute of the 10th round, scored a dramatic knockout, one of the knockouts of the year in 2013. Did the same to Hank Lundy, but so far so good here against Lucas Matthysse, very competitive to begin the proceedings.
Right, he might not need that heroic comeback as he had in the past. He's doing a very good job. He won the last round, in my opinion, and he seems to be winning this round.
Stop. Come here, stop, break, come here, both of you, come here. None of that. None of that. Box.
Molina sparred with middleweights, a lot of middleweights during the course of sparring, he said, to really get himself ready for this fight. One of the big, powerful men.
Exchange on the inside.
Matthysse is actually having a pretty good round with the body shots and the overhand rights.
All right, let him out, good.
Coming up on the final 60 seconds of the second round. They both have tasted each other's power early. Straight right hand through the guard by Molina. Has a 2-inch reach advantage.
And what makes this fight so interesting is we've already seen it. Both have fight-changing power, and so you don't know when that moment's going to come.
Oh, the right hand by Molina. Matthysse absorbed it. And now Matthysse goes down. Second time in his career. The right hand by Molina. Matthysse down in back-to-back fights.
And the way Matthysse is holding tells you he was hurt.
So Matthysse tasting the power of John Molina and goes down in round number 2.
This is how a short right hand from Molina would send Matthysse down. Now, he didn't get a lot of great leverage on that punch, which shows you how much power John Molina has in that right hand, and it's been an important weapon for him over the years in scoring his knockout wins. Windmilling with that right hand, and again, not leverage, but lots of power. And we look at it again as Matthysse on the inside, squaring himself up to Molina and making himself an inviting target.
Matthysse went down in round number 11 with his right eye completely swelled shut against Danny Garcia with a right hand, but it's early in this fight where he goes down courtesy of the John Molina right hand. So now John Molina in round 3 wanting to keep the pressure on Matthysse. Matthysse wanting to get back into this fight.
See the Matthysse jab early on. That's a punch he needs to use more in this fight. It helps set his other punches up. In this round, he's coming out with it.
As I'm noticing, I've noticed every time Matthysse jabs or he throws a punch, Molina backs up straight with his head, with his hands down and his head up. That's a big problem. He doesn't want to get caught. Even though he has Lucas has the smaller reach, he don't want to back up because he'll be vulnerable to a strong right hand.
And you can feel in this outdoor stadium that you can still feel the tension of wondering who's going to land the next big punch.
Double jab to the top of Molina's head by Matthysse.
Molina, I think, would benefit from also using at least a touch jab to set up the right hand instead of always throwing it as a lead punch.
And I thought that's what he was almost doing there, Al, was a bit of a probing pine jab. You're right, not fully committing to it. There's a right hand and a left by Molina. Matthysse, and the referee already signaling that it was a clash of heads. And unfortunately, Matthysse with another eye injury, this one on the left eye, courtesy of an accidental clash of heads.
It would appear that it was a clash of heads.
That's what Russell said. Nasty cash. Yeah.
He's good? He's okay? Fight continues.
Dr. Eddie Ayub, the chief MD, inspecting the cut, allowing Matthysse to continue. So, Daniel, not the way Lucas Matthysse wanted to begin things here tonight.
Absolutely not. He definitely didn't want to come off to this start. I think he's a bit surprised at how Molina is fighting. I think we're all surprised, but you know, at the fighter's meeting, he said he believes in himself. He's very confident. He's going to come in there. He's not going to take a step back, and he's going to get the victory tonight.
Duck your head inside, John.
And very important moments here. If this fight goes into the third round, and the fight would be stopped because of the cut, or excuse me, into the fourth, it would be, it could be go to the scorecards.
30 seconds left in the third. Matthysse went down in round 2, now suffered a nasty cut over his left eye, courtesy of a clash of heads in round 3. Jab by Matthysse connects.
Nice jab by Matthysse.
Final 10 seconds of another drama-filled round. We're going to round number 4 here in Carson, California.
And as I indicated, if it goes into the fourth round here, the fight, if it's stopped because of a clash of heads, if we get into the fourth round, they will go to the scorecards.
Does it hurt? Does it hurt you?
To see who won this fight, if the clash of heads does it.
Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt.
We look at how their heads came together. Matthysse trying to use the jab, and Molina initiating the action dramatically. Not saying he did it on purpose, but there's no question his head was the one that moved forward in a dramatic fashion. And we see how the damage that was done from that clash of heads.
And we've just been informed as well, there's a bad cut behind the left ear of John Molina. So round 4 underway, a blood and guts battle thus far here between Lucas Matthysse and John Molina. Left hook connects by Matthysse. Double jab, there's a jab and a right hand, and now they're swinging for the fences.
All right, don't do that, don't do that. Stop, come here. Okay, you cannot do that, don't do that. Box.
Mathysse using that good jab. Body and head. Great jab on Matthysse.
And again, as Al Bernstein alluded to, this fight will be official after the bell, ending round number 4. As Matthysse backs Molina up. Jab from Molina. Left hook grazed the body of Molina, and Matthysse looking to jab the body, which of course could set up the left hook upstairs.
Oh, absolutely. That's the perfect shot to set up, especially since Molina's going back with his hands down. If he can get caught with that left hook, it might be over.
And now we saw Matthyse's compatriot Marcos Maidana do exactly that against Adrian Broner with the jab to the body followed by the left hook.
Precisely, and Lucas Matthysse has found the rhythm here in this round in a big way.
Oh, the jab stuck there by Matthysse.
And it's all really because of that jab. That's opened everything up.
Terrific action here between Matthysse and Molina. Loading up.
All right, stop. Great, take a step back. Good.
And remember that the Molina right hand that hurt Matthysse early is still active and makes this still very, very much in doubt.
Final minute of the 4th round. Matthysse down in round 2, courtesy of the Molina right. Accidental clash of heads produced a cut over his left eye in round 3. In 48 seconds, this fight will be official. And of course, the fans hope to see a lot more of what they're getting thus far, as do all of us.
Great overhand right by Matthysse. He's coming on strong this round.
Stacks him with the jab. Molina with the left hook.
Watch your head.
Referee Pat Russell very active in this fight. Straight right through the guard by Molina. Jab right, jab right. Matthysse getting it on here.
I love Molina's mentality. He gets hit behind the head. He's hit him right behind the head. You know, he said, if you're going to do me dirty, I'm going to do you dirty. So this is turning out to be a very aggressive fight. I'm loving it.
Tremendous action here between Molina and Matthysse.
Get the cup back over.
You gotta be outside. You gotta be outside that gap. Oh, man, here we go. Okay, good. One more round. Trying to go over the top on it, you know that. Yeah. Just stay inside on it, right back. Okay. When you see him coming in, when you see him jumping in,
From the overhead, we will see how Lucas Matthysse was able to use the jab, back Molina up, and then land the overhand right. And I mentioned at the beginning of this fight that the jab is such an important weapon for Matthysse. When he uses it, he's so much more effective. And by the way, from that replay, you can see the cut on the left side of the head.
It's not just above the ear, it is in the hair. And you know, you talk about offense, that's what we're seeing here, but defensively speaking, Matthyse's last 4 opponents has landed 40% of their power shots, while Molina's last 4 opponents landed 47% of their power shots. So defense not exactly at a premium with these two.
And that's the best recipe for a great fight, because these fight fans are expecting to see just that.
All right, you got his head. Let him out. Let him out.
Again, an overhand right by Matthysse. He has power in both the right and the left hook. The left hook's what sent Peterson down, but the right hand he's used for several of his knockouts.
Matthysse in the black with light blue as he tags Molina, who is sporting the black, white, and yellow.
Watch your heads. Stop. Now go.
After 4 rounds, here is the unofficial scoring, courtesy of the Showtime trio.
Well,
Oh, right hand connects. Sorry, I'll go ahead.
both Daniel and I have Molina ahead and Steve Farad has Matthysse ahead as they continue to battle away here.
Watch your heads inside, gents.
Yeah, I think Molina is doing just enough, especially with that knockdown. I think he's deserved to be up in this fight at the moment. But you definitely can't count Matthysse out. He's on strong this round. Coming with body shots, strong overhand rights.
But Matthysse leading with the jab.
Hold on, let the hands go. Let him go.
Good body shot to the midsection by Matthysse.
Midpoint of round 5, right hand by Matthysse. Molina comes back with a right of his own.
And a reminder again about John Molina. And go back to that Mickey Bay fight when he was losing every single round and just about, and came on to knock Bay out. So however these rounds go, both these men are dangerous.
Coming off that very competitive fight, one of the most anticipated battles of last year, Lucas Matthysse, a huge favorite coming into this fight, but he is in very tough against John Molina. And even if no one else believed in Molina, Molina believes in himself and is acquitting himself very well here, Daniel.
Oh, absolutely. At the beginning of the fight, before the referee called the guys to the center of the ring, Molina did
Matthysse with another right hand. He is pleading his case that it was a shot behind his head. Wow. And so, the second knockdown of the fight. And just as I was talking about Molina, the chants of Molina ringing through the Stub Hub Center, they now believe in the California native.
We will have a chance to see it on the replay, but it may well have been behind the head. Matthysse may have had a point, but it stands as a knockdown.
15 seconds left.
All right, fair goes down. No. Step out. Don't hold him inside, John.
And I don't know if any pundit or hardcore fan expected this. Matthysse down twice in the fight as he now puts the pressure on Molina as we go to round 6.
Are you okay? Come on, breathe deep. More, a little more water.
We will get a chance to see exactly where this punch landed.
Listen to me.
As we look at the knockdown. The right hand will come from Molina. It's, you know, that's a judgment call. You could make the case it was toward the back of the head, but Pat Russell from the other side probably would not have been able to see this in any case. Yeah, that's behind the back of the head. Yeah. When you look at it from that angle, there's no question that it appears that way. But it will remain a knockdown.
Round 6 underway. And immediately Matthysse on the attack. Blocks that right hand from Molina, sneaks the jab in, and now they clinch, and things will get rough here on the inside. Molina pinned along the ropes.
I feel as though the reason why Molina has so much success with that overhand right, because he throws it at a really good angle. Oh, good left hook from Molina. He throws the overhand right at a good angle where Matthysse cannot see it. That's why he's been able to be so successful.
Matthysse remains committed to the jab, and again, that's helping him in these rounds.
Now, Matthysse corralling Molina momentarily in the corner, but Molina muscling his way out and pinning Matthysse along the ropes momentarily as things get physical. 1 minute gone in the 6th.
This is not a fight for the faint of heart.
Matthysse trying to establish the jab.
Great overhand right.
Taking a look at the power punches round by round, courtesy of Show Stats.
And it demonstrates that for the most part, Lucas Matthysse has been consistent in controlling the power punches, but the 2 knockdowns by Molina more than evening up the score.
Just past the halfway point of round 6, the crowd chanting Molina. And then there's a mix of Matthysse chants in there as well. Always a great crowd here at the Stub Hub Center, being treated to another tremendous fight, and they've seen a few in this venue, Al.
That's for sure. And you know, Matthysse is controlling these rounds. He's controlling this one.
And he just hurt Molina with the uppercut. He's holding on for dear life at the moment.
John, you got a free hand, Lucas.
Right hand over the top by Molina. Final minute of the 6th. Matthysse swimming in, again close, left hook, blocked by Matthysse, misses with the overhand right. They both miss now. Matthysse muscling Molina along the ropes.
Molina needs to circle around the ring and stay off those ropes.
Yeah, who's going to win this battle of attrition, the battle of inches on the inside? Left hook by Matthysse, right uppercut by Molina.
Watch those hands.
combination by Matthysse.
All right, I got it. Stop punching. Don't punch, John. Right, now go.
Right hand by Molina. And Molina putting the pressure on Matthysse. More great action here in round 6.
Time, no punching.
Let's go to Jim Gray.
All right, Mo, thank you very much. Carlos Molina will fight Adrian Broner next week on the Mayweather card. Big opportunity for you. How has your training camp and preparation gone?
It's been great. I've been training in San Diego for the past 6 weeks. You know, it's been hell. Training camp's been hell, but I'm excited that this fight's finally coming up.
Do you feel as though you're catching him at a good time or a bad time coming off his loss to Danny Garcia?
You know, I think it's a great time for the fans because we're both coming off defeats and we both got something to prove. So we're gonna give it our all that night.
Correction, Maidana is who he lost to, but now you have this opportunity and you want to make the most of it. What do you have to do to be successful?
You know, I just gotta let my hands fly in there, man. I've been working hard in the gym. We're ready. We're ready to give them a war, and you know, it's a pay-per-view fight, so you know we got to perform.
All right, Carlos. We look forward to seeing you.
Thank you.
Mayweather next week. Back to you, Mo.
All right, that fight, a part of the stacked pay-per-view coming your way from Las Vegas 1 week from tonight, of course, culminating with the Floyd Mayweather-Marcos Maidana showdown for the welterweight championship of the world, and we've got a junior welterweight scrap for the ages unfolding before us here.
You know, in the last round, Lucas Matthysse controlled virtually the entire round, but right at the end, John Molina landed a right hand that stunned him. That's this fight in microcosm, and it's every fight for Molina in microcosm.
Agreed.
Left hook counter by Molina.
All right, let his hands go. There you go.
Right uppercut followed by the left hand by Matthysse, getting on the inside, but Molina keeping him at bay with those left hooks.
Matthysse is coming on very strong this round with a great overhand right to the jaw of Molina.
As we are into the second half of this 12-rounder, let's take a look at the unofficial scoring at the midway point of the fight.
Not surprisingly, some differences here. Steve, you've got it even, and I suspect it's part of not every round being a 10-8 round with the knockdowns for Molina.
Yeah, it's amazing that Molina, the quote-unquote smaller fighter, is taking all these shots. But something to keep in mind, when Molina scored that second knockdown, even if you think it was an illegal blow, the judges have to score it the way the ref ruled it.
Correct.
10-8.
Right hand followed by a left hook to the body by Matthysse. Left hook upstairs by Molina. And they are just exchanging power shots here. There's a jab from Molina. Final 60 seconds of the 7th.
Matthysse is controlling these rounds, landing more punches and doing better work. But from time to time, Molina will land a big shot.
But I'm actually surprised at how well Molina is able to take Lucas Mathisse's punching power, especially coming up from a lower weight class.
You got free hands. Let him go.
Well, he told us that quick loss to DeMarco was an aberration, and guess what? It's true.
Molina's only been officially knocked down once, back in August of 2007 against southpaw Ron Boyd. He's taking all of Mathisse's power thus far here in this fight with 20 seconds left in the 7th.
Brutal fight.
An amazing scrap. And you can hear the reaction from the crowd. They're loving every scintillating second.
Stop at the bell.
We are through 7.
In the last round, Lucas Matthysse landing a lead right hand. In that case, he didn't need the jab to set it up. And then was able to land a very nice combination, using the hook and then the right hand and then going to the body. So Lucas Matthysse showing us his whole arsenal there. And later on in the round, again, Matthysse backing Molina up and landing and throwing more punches. And that's the thing. Matthysse is throwing combinations. Molina more often one punch at a time.
So as round 8 begins, to recap what we've seen thus far, as they get off to another quick start, Matthysse with the jab. Matthysse went down with 35 seconds left in round 2 from a short right hand. He then went down again in round 5 with 47 seconds left in the round from an overhand right that appeared to be on the back of his head as he clips Molina with the right hand. Double jab by Matthysse.
He's using that jab very effective this whole fight. It's serving him well, especially against a long, rangy fighter. It's surprising to see Lucas Matthysse land so much many jabs as he is, but he's being very successful as he lands a huge left hand.
This is a brutal battle between Matthysse and Molina. We can hear every thudding blow.
And in my keys to victory that we never actually had a chance to use, I said, remember to use the jab for Matthysse. Well, he has certainly remembered it here, and it is a key to how well he's doing now.
This is as good as boxing gets. Both men going back, toe-to-toe, back and forth in the center of the ring, fans going crazy. I'm excited about this fight, guys.
And remember, occasionally Molina throws in a right hand. He has twice knocked out and several times hurt Matthysse with it, so it could change.
Punches up, you got free hands.
Midway point of round 8. Looking at our unofficial scoring, which has undergone a change as they continue to brutalize each other.
Well, Steve, with Matthysse ahead, and I've got a draw on Daniel with Molina still ahead by a large margin.
I think Molina's doing enough to win, although this round he's losing.
And of course, that is very unofficial.
It is beautiful, it is brutal, it is boxing at its best. John Molina and Lucas Matthysse unwilling to give each other an inch as they continue to go toe-to-toe.
Matthysse really dominating this round, but Molina game as could possibly be.
No shoulders.
Good overhand.
Another right hand by Matthysse. The double jab, counter right from Molina, misses with the hook.
If I'm noticing right, I'm looking at Molina's face, and it seems to be just a bit gassed.
And Matthysse and Molina goes down, and the referee's ruling it a knockdown, so he is down for the first time in his career. Make that the second time. And actually, it's interesting, as Matthysse goes on the battle, the first time Molina was knocked down in his career, he felt that he was stepped on in similar fashion there, stumbled down and goes down. What a fight!
You know, you're leaving. Why you're leaving your head on this fight the whole time? Okay, you can't do that. Look, I want you to get your shit together right now. You're not going to let this guy get back in the fight. You hear me? Yeah. You got 2 knockdowns on that. Oh, look.
Here's where Molina in trouble. They would score this a knockdown. Well, it's a push. There's really no question it's a push. You know, with all due respect, and Pat Russell's a fine referee, that one I think was a push. And there's no question that Matthysse was landing good punches, and it had Molina in some trouble. But at the end of the day, here's where he gives him a shove. Now, you could say this is karma because maybe the knockdown of Matthysse was not appropriate because it was behind the head.
Round 9. If the Stub Hub Center had a roof, these two have already blown it off.
And they reminded John Molina in the corner, you know, you've got 2 knockdowns, which means they feel he's got 2 10-8 rounds, which they are reminding him puts him in the fight still if he can just hang in there. If he can hang in there.
Matthysse is coming on very strong right now.
Pulverizing shots by Matthysse. Jacks the jaw with the left. Molina Unbelievable in the amount of punishment that he can absorb.
Good right hand from Molina.
Hemmed in the corner. Matthysse with another overhand right. Left hook to the body, left hook upstairs by Matthysse.
Mathisse's double left hook, very effective. There it is.
And now Molina switches him in, and Matthysse had his back on the ropes.
Double left hook by Matthysse. Right cross. Unbelievable.
This round has been all Lucas Matthysse.
Through 8 rounds, the scoring continues to change, courtesy of our Showtime crew.
And again, it's unofficial, but Steve, you have Matthysse ahead as I do in this match.
I'm scoring Matthysse ahead only so that we can get that dramatic comeback from Molina.
Exactly. It's all academic, isn't it? Okay.
A minute left in the 9th.
And of course, Steve has called John Molina fights like the Bay fight where he showed he could come back.
One of my favorite calls thus far in boxing.
Yeah, you guys had a good night.
A jab again from Matthysse. Follows it up with the overhand right. Daniel, they are just standing toe-to-toe and brutalizing each other with Matthysse getting the better of it here.
Oh, I'm sitting here at awe at the moment. This is just a great, brutal fight. This is what you love to see in the sport of boxing. As Lucas Matthysse pauses and throws a sharp overhand right to his head. Good overhand right again.
15 seconds left in what has been another wild round. Double right, left hook. Matthysse is indeed the fighting machine tonight, but there's a left hook counter by Molina.
Unbelievable.
The Argentine fans excited, and why not? The left hook, we talked about, the double left hook for Lucas Matthysse has been a major weapon for him. And he has power in both the left and the right. And people think he's just a right-handed puncher, but that left hook is tremendous. Now in a different sequence, you see him doing it again, ripping those hooks. It was open for him, and so he kept using it. Some would suggest that Mathisse's left hook is more powerful even than his right. John Molina, amazingly, still standing.
Okay, you're okay? Just listen to me. Keep the lateral movements going. Come and with the lateral movements, come out with it.
Round 10 begins of what has been another pitched battle that will go down in the annals of boxing and the rich boxing history here at the Stub Hub Center. Mauro Ranallo along with Al Bernstein, Daniel Jacobs, Brian Kenny, Jim Gray, and the rest of our crew as Matthysse again follows behind that jab. What adjustments does Molina have to make to try to avoid this onslaught, Daniel?
He needs to use his reach. He needs to circle the ring. I understand he doesn't want to take a step back. He wants to fight his fight. But as an experienced fighter, he needs to circle and adjust.
Well, the other thing he needs to do is use the jab to try to set up the right hand. He hasn't been using that jab to do it.
Right hand over the top by Matthysse. Left hook. And it's really all Matthysse here in round 10 as 1 minute is gone as Molina misses with a wild right. Nice shot to the body by Matthysse. Oh, Molina eats another solid left hand. Double left hook, and it's all Matthysse.
And Molina's calling him right on, said, bring it on. Whatever you got, I can take it. Let's go.
A minute and a half remaining in the 10th. John Molina's nickname is the Gladiator. Both are proving to be that here tonight.
I don't think anyone thought Molina could stand up to this kind of onslaught.
And you wonder how much more he can take out.
He's really polarizing him at the moment. Lucas Matthysse is coming on strong.
Man, he is taking all kinds of punishment. And yes, you can ask Mickey Bay and Hank Lundy, each undefeated at the time they faced Molina. As the great Yankee whipper once said, Yogi Berra, it ain't over till it's over with John Molina in the fight.
Now the difference between the Mickey Bay fight and the Lundy fight is Matthysse is hurting Molina more.
And you wonder how much more. And down goes Molina after a brutal onslaught.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come here, John. Are you okay? You got to show me something right now or the fight's over.
Molina goes down for the second time in the fight, third time in his career. Mathisse's been down twice. A legendary scrap here at the Stub Hub Center. They continue to go toe-to-toe. What more do you want?
If you don't turn, if you don't cover up, if you fire with them, you'll hit them, okay? And you'll hurt them. But you can't do it if you got your head down. Do you understand that? If your head goes. You understand me? Spit right here. Spit. Go, we're on a deal. What's that? Back up. Good. Back up. Back up. Do it, David. Don't put your hands on them.
Finally, John Molina.
You got a big gash in your head. You're not.
That's the back of his head. It ain't the front of his head.
Shut up.
No, no, shut up. Joe, what the fuck are you talking to? Yo,
You like this?
Yo. Okay, let the ring back up. Keep that ring back up. Calm down.
Well, intensity throughout this building, including in the corner.
You can't take any more punishment, okay? Nobody can make it. Wait a minute. Doctor's got me on orders. This guy's been down. No, that's not it. That's not it. Hey, you better start swinging with him. You understand? There you go. There we go.
So lots of drama in the Molina corner. Trainer Joe Goosen a little frustrated, but the doctor had to do his job. Referee Pat Russell saying he won't allow him to take much more punishment. Round 11 begins.
It looks like Lucas Matthysse is coming to finish the job. He came straight at him with a straight right hand. You know, Al, he goes down. It seems to be over.
And that is it. A tremendous fight ends with the very valiant and game John Molina on his back. Lucas Matthysse survives 2 knockdowns and returns in very impressive fashion here tonight. What a fight.
What a fight.
Lucas Matthysse records the 33rd victory via form of knockout in one of his toughest fights yet. And for John Molina, who suffers his 4th loss, I know he will be disappointed, Al, but that is a blood and guts warrior through and through.
And as Lucas Matthysse got off to such a difficult start in this fight, a knockdown, a clash of heads that created a cut, he was able to come back. Now here in round 10, he would send Molina down with a volley of punches, combination punching, every variety of punch you can imagine from Lucas Matthysse. And again, as we take a look at that round 10 knockdown, it all started with an overhand right, but the ever-present jab there as well. And Matthysse throwing combination punching, ripping to both the body and the head. The left hook, which was a major weapon for him, was mixed into that. And as I said, the variety of punches there, very impressive. And he would send Molina down. That was in round 10. And we'll see it one more time, and you'll see the hand speed of Matthysse as he continues to push forward and throw these combinations, landing the straight right and using the uppercut as well as part of it. The punch numbers reveal the fact that Lucas Matthysse was an amazingly accurate puncher, landing nearly 50% of the punches he threw, and of course great power punches. For John Molina, the two knockdowns is what kept him in the fight for a while, but only for a while.
Let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr. to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 22 seconds in round number 11. He is the winner by way of knockout. He is now the WBC Continental America Super Lightweight Champion, the Machine, Lucas Martin, La Máquina Matthysse.
Matthysse Molina now bonded by blood. A tremendous tilt here as Lucas Matthysse improves to 35-3 with one no decision. 33 wins coming inside the distance. All right, let's go to Jim Gray.
It's a towel. All right, Mo, thank you very much. Lucas, congratulations. Felix de Jesus will translate for us. Ask him what he made of what just went on in this ring. What a war, what a battle.
¿Qué guerra fue esta noche? ¿Qué piensa de lo que pasó aquí esta noche?
La verdad que sí, al principio se me complicó, pega muy duro. La verdad que me agarró unos golpes bien duros, pero bueno, estoy bien entrenado, hicimos un buen trabajo para levantarme y bueno, y ganar.
It was really a war, and it got very complicated for me at the beginning of the fight, but I trained very hard, and then you saw what happened tonight.
How much trouble did you think you were in when you went down both in the second and the fifth round and getting so far behind on points?
¿Cuántos problemas tenías viendo que te tumbaron el primero y el quinto asalto?
No, bien, me agarraba un poco acá atrás y se me caían las piernas, pero me levantaba bien y después vi que estaba empezando a entrar bien, por ahí no tuve mucha distancia. Pero hasta que bueno, se fue cansando un poco, le fueron doliendo los golpes y bueno.
No, he was definitely in the fifth round when he got hit in the back of the head. He kind of crumbled a little bit, but he was just waiting to get his distance to fight a tough fighter like Molina was tonight.
How much did the headbutt bother you? And were you concerned based on what happened in your last fight with your eye against Danny Garcia?
¿Qué tanto te molestó el cabezazo que te dieron esta noche y lo que pasó con Danny Garcia que también te cerró un ojo?
Sí, no, bueno, ahora fue el otro lado, pero bueno, un cabezazo, justo entramos los dos, él salió cortado acá, yo el ojo, pero bien.
Well, it was in a different eye, so I was definitely worried, but he was also cut too, so that kind of gave me a little more relief, but it was definitely a concern.
Let's take a look at the final knockout, the final punch. Were you concerned that he came back out to continue to fight?
¿A ti te concierne que él, después que lo tumbaste, vino otra vez a pelear?
Sí, no, la verdad que es muy fuerte, muy fuerte peleador, la verdad que cuando cayó se levantó y se levantaba fuerte y los golpes que tiraba eran muy fuertes. La verdad que muy buena pelea hicimos.
We did a great fight. He is really a tough fighter. I mean, he took some big blows from me, and I was concerned, but then when he came back, you know, I finished him.
What's next? After Garcia again, or chasing the title, what would you like to do?
¿Qué es lo que va a hacer próximamente? ¿García otra vez o qué?
Ojalá que Danny García me dé la revancha. Creo que ese día tuvo muy buena suerte. Yo quiero la revancha, ojalá que sea así.
I definitely want the rematch. I think he did have very good luck that night, but I want the rematch.
Congratulations.
Muchas gracias, un saludo para mi hija, para mi mamá, todo lo que se juntaba en mi casa, para Treleu, para las 1000, para Junín, para todos los pibes que me ayudaron en el gimnasio Grano Box, para todo Treleu, para toda Argentina. ¡Aguanta Argentina, la concha de su madre! ¡Vamos!
definitely gives thanks to everybody, especially his daughter and his mother, who are all watching the fight in Argentina.
All right, John, let us ask you. You went down there.
Yeah.
You okay?
Oh, I'm fine. You know, I'm just disappointed that, you know, we gave the fans a good fight. That's what I want to do. First off, I'd like to thank my manager, Al Heyman, for giving me this opportunity. You know, before this fight, I was known, but now I feel like I'm really known. I'm just disappointed I didn't finish Lucas. I think I'm the only one that ever had him hurt like that. And, you know, it's a learning experience for me. I learned on the job. You know, I only had 22 amateur fights, so this is a learning experience. Every day I'm getting better and better. I feel like I'm going to be here to stay.
You had him down in the second round, and then you had him down again in the fifth round, even though it was a bit controversial with the back of the head possibly. But it was ruled a knockdown. Did you feel at that point that you had to continue to fight the same way because you had built a lead? Did you feel that you could change at that point?
Joe Goossen had a great game plan, and we were sticking to it. You know, Lucas Matthysse is the real deal. He can punch. He definitely can. Yeah, he's coming off of a loss with Danny Garcia, but he's still #1 rated fighter out there in the world. I feel like I showed what I'm all about. You know, I would just love for Al and Lucas to make it to make it happen again. I would love to fight Lucas Matthysse again, and I think he's a hell of a man, big heart, and I give him all the credit in the world.
You wanted to continue. Do you feel as though that perhaps you were put in peril by continuing to fight after you had gone down?
No. You know, I wanted to continue, you know, but the judges and the referees have their job to do, and I got to respect that. You know, I had him down twice. He had me down twice. Hell of a fight, but did I want to continue? Absolutely. But, you know, I feel like I'm here to stay again. This is a great notch under my belt, and, hey, it was a fight of the year. I think we should do it again.
All right. Appreciate your time. Glad you're okay. All right. Back to you, Mauro.
Thanks a lot, Jim.